Hey, notice I'm sitting close to you today? It's how you know it's a real talk day. I'm Heather, I'm a sexuality empowerment coach, and if you're a regular watcher of this channel, then you know that I make weekly videos talking about sex and relationships and communication and all those things. But today I thought I would do things a little bit differently and share with you a story from my week. So, last Saturday night, it's somewhere around 2 or 3 in the morning. I have been out at a party having a very, very good night. It was a costume party. I was Balloon Cat. Nobody knows who that is. Irrelevant. So, I get into a cab to go home, and somehow the conversation of what I do for a living comes up. And I tell the driver I'm a sexuality empowerment coach, and he has no idea what that means. So he asks, and I tell him that it basically means I help people have better sex lives, better relationship lives, and feel better about, the sex they're having and the sex they want to have. He says, "Oh, okay, tell me how to have a better sex life." And I said, "Well, what's wrong with your sex life?" And he says, "Nothing's wrong with my sex life. My sex life is fine." I was like, "Okay, well then why are you asking me to make your sex life better?" He says, "Well, it can be better." I'm like, "Okay, what about it can be better?" And he goes, "I don't know." And I said, "Well, I can't help you solve a problem if you don't know what it is. So think about it for a second and tell me, what would you like your sex life to look like?" And he goes, "I don't know, just tell me how to make it better." And at that point, I thought, it's 3 in the morning. I actually need to focus on keeping my beers down rather than arguing with this cab driver and getting him to think about his sex life. Um, and I said, "You know what? I'm gonna not throw up in your cab, and I'm just gonna stop talking now. And I think let's just no more talking in the cab. You focus on driving. I'll focus on keeping my beers down. It's good." But this has stuck with me over the last couple days. And I keep thinking about this cab driver and how he says he wants a better sex life, but he's not actually willing to even, put 10 minutes of thought into what that looks like for him and what he's interested in exploring in. He literally wants to be handed a better sex life, a fixed sex life to him on a silver platter. And that's not something I can do. That's not something anyone can do. And if anyone tells you they can, they're not handing you a better sex life. They're handing you a prefab sex life that may or may not work for you. And if it works for you, that's absolutely fantastic. You lucked out. But chances are, because sex is as individual as all the special little snowflakes out there, it's just not going to happen. So, why am I sharing this with you? I guess to say you already have the sex life you deserve. And if your sex life sucks, it's because you haven't put any time and effort into making it better yet. And I know that probably sounds super harsh, but that's kind of where it is. So consider this week a lot of a challenge. And I want you to do something to make your sex life better. If you want to be having more sex, then go out and approach some people and start doing some dating and make some connections around that, or have a conversation with your lover already about the fact that you want some more sex in your life and how you guys are gonna make that happen. If there's a fantasy you wanted to try, speak to your lover about it. If there's a fantasy you want to try but the shame is too great, then hey, come speak to me about that. That's exactly what I'm here for. If you just want to be more in touch with your sexuality in general, then, make a point of spending 5 minutes a day to daydream about sex. Make a point to touch yourself more in a sexual manner. Make a point of fantasizing more, or buying something that makes you feel sexy, or some literature that you can read, that like erotic stories, or anything that makes your crank turn. My point is, I can't do this for you. I can offer support, but at the end of the day, it's got to come from you. So hit me up next week and tell me what you did. And tell me if you like this true confessional style. Otherwise, I'll go back to the other style and we can have a little bit more profesh of a relationship. I'll move back here instead of being up here with you. I hope you guys have a great week, and I'll talk to you soon.